but it's not anything crazy and it's not anything extreme and it's not anything that's really out there or anything like that. All it is aligning with what your body is and ignoring all of that information that was built for the male body, leaning into this and seeing things just happen, right? Imagine where your life would be, right? Whatever you're struggling with right now, for, energy, if you're like, oh my gosh, I have a hard time getting up in the morning. Oh my gosh, this and this is bad. Just for one moment, think about how different it would be day to day if that was just easier, if it was easier to get out of bed, if you had a ton more energy in the afternoon, if you were able to get back to these things that you love or bring energy to other things. Those things are absolutely possible, and I see it every day. I guide women through this every day. Hey there, welcome to the Female Health Solution podcast, where we discuss women's health, hormones, and everything else in between. Join me as we dive into the tools that you need to live your healthiest life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Female Health Solution podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Beth Westy. Today we're going to be diving into a story of someone that I have been working with for a few months here and just some of the big shifts and changes that she has had. And if you're thinking, oh, whoopee-do, a story, you're going to tell me a story. Listen, this story is amazing, right? Okay, this gal, she is in her late 30s and has been, I want to say, coaching in a fitness studio for years. I mean, over 10 years. It might be 12 or 15 years at this point. She's moved to different studios, so not all that time at the same studio, but has been a fitness instructor that whole time, right? Loves fitness, loves being active. She has a couple of young kids, all that stuff, and knows how to eat clean, knows how to restrict calories, do all those things. She's tried going no carb, low carb, all that stuff in the past, has cut sugars and done these things, and has always been able to maintain her weight until the last few years. There is just stressors, life, right? Post-pandemic life. That was a really big, tough time frame for a lot of people. And to come out of that and to try and get yourself back to where you were before without feeling like garbage can be really tough. Now, remember, when we start to look at hormones and we start to look at how your body functions, you live in a different body now than you did 10 years ago. So the things that you were doing before aren't always going to work the same way that they used to, not because you're doing it wrong or there's something wrong with you. It's not wrong. It's just different. So those are the things that we look at in the Female Hormone Solution program. When we look at this program, when we look at what we're doing, we examine what your hormones are, again, using a Dutch test, a urine test. Then we customize recommendations and apply nutrition that matches your hormones. That's where the magic lies. We're not doing anything crazy or extreme. You're not starving yourself. And one of the most important things that we want to have happen is for you to feel better. And to say that, oh, I feel better. What does that mean? What does that mean to just feel better, right? I hear that all day long, though, from people. I hear that every day from women that I work with. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it exactly. I just feel better. I know I feel better than I did 3 months ago. And all I can think about is imagine how good you're going to feel in another 3 months. Because this just keeps on going. And when you feel better, you can do more things, get back to your life, accomplish your goals, all that other stuff. So this gal, this instructor, right? Teaching classes, weight classes, intense exercise classes. Now, this was no joke where she knew what she was doing with everything. And when she would do her own workouts, she started to have such a hard time that she could only get through the warm-up. Feeling like she was getting through the warm-up, and then the rest of the workout was really difficult, exhausting to continue to push through, depleting to continue to move through. Now, if you're that exhausted trying to work out, how effective do you think that workout is being for your body? How effective is that in terms of building muscle, repairing, getting gains, all those things, right? Not. That's the long and short of it. So she had started to put on weight. Now, for some people, you might not think of this as being a lot of weight or a big problem. 10 pounds, 12 pounds or so. Oh, that's not that big of a deal, right? For someone who is very short, right? A very short person, you're going to notice 10 or 12 pounds. And especially if you are teaching courses, classes, instructing, and trying to get other people to go through these workouts, it's harder for you to keep up then as an instructor. So not only did she notice it impacted her own performance, but she then started to worry like, oh my gosh, are people judging me? Do they think that I'm unhealthy and unfit and that I'm not doing the right things, that I'm just going home and eating a ton of cupcakes and cookies or something because I look different than I did a few years ago and I can't teach like I used to? She used to be able to work out with people a lot and teach at the same time and do her other workouts later in the day. She's like, I can't do that anymore. I have to just instruct, right? I get them through it. And then when I do my own workouts, I can go through the warm up good, but I can't do anything else well. That all changed when we started eating for her hormones. And this is what we teach you how to do. This is what we apply. Now, again, this is somebody who has been doing healthy things for years. That's what makes this so powerful. Is that it's not a secret trick. It's not restrictive. It's not whatever. It's eating to match your body's hormones. And this helps your system function better. So things that she noticed right away is that tons more energy, feeling better, and her body started responding differently. Her body started responding in that she could get through her warm up and then start to go through her workouts, right? Meaning not be exhausted, not push herself too much, and not feel like she was dragging during the workout. And it took a little bit of time for her to get to this point, but now she's at a point where she's like, yeah, when I start my workout, I have a certain amount of energy. And she's like, now I have the same amount of energy when I end that workout. Whereas before, she's like, I would do my warm up and then I would start at this really low energy point and it would just get worse from there. And then it started to improve. Okay, I'm starting my workout and I'm at this high of an energy, and about halfway it would start to wean down and I couldn't finish it out. She goes, but now I'm so excited. I'm finishing just as strong as when I started. That's such a big deal to be able to physically push yourself and build that muscle, rebuild, repair things like that. That's also translated over into her instructing, into the guidance that she's giving other people. She's like, I didn't realize it, but I was starting to dread teaching because I wasn't doing my best work. I love teaching. I love being in the gym. I love instructing other people. The music, the energy, that it's fun. I get to hype other people up. But when I walk in there and I physically can't be myself in the classes with those people, she's like, I feel like I'm dragging butt and my classes have just been lower energy overall. And she's like, I didn't even realize it because it was a slow, steady decline. Now, all of a sudden, I've got this back. I've got my pep. I'm back at it. I'm there. I'm instructing. I'm so energetic. And people have been saying, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I've been getting compliments left and right, she said, on my classes because people are loving it again. And she goes, the biggest difference, I'm different. I'm myself again. My class size has actually grown too because it's so fun and I'm bringing all this great energy into it. I am loving it. I'm looking forward to my classes again like I used to. And more people are coming into my classes. That also means then that she's making more money. The more people that show up in her class, the more money she makes personally. This is the thing that's so exciting when you start working with your hormones and working with your body and start acknowledging that, yes, the female body is different. Yes, we function differently, all that stuff, and we do not need to be stuck into a box or follow certain things and be restrictive. And that's the only way to do it. No, our bodies are dynamic and they shift and change. And all we have to do is align with that ebb and flow and work with it, and amazing things happen. I had to share this story with you because it's so powerful, right? And this is somebody who, again, the women I work with are so smart. They're smart, they're driven, they're determined, right? I never get somebody in that's like, I don't know what a protein is. No, because you've done your research and you've been down this road before and you are willing to do what it takes. But it's not anything crazy, and it's not anything extreme, and it's not anything that's really out there or anything like that. All it is aligning with what your body is and ignoring all of that information that was built for the male body, leaning into this and seeing things just happen, right? Imagine where your life would be, right? Whatever you're struggling with right now, for, energy, if you're like, oh my gosh, I have a hard time getting up in the morning. Oh my gosh, this and this is bad. Just for one moment, think about how different it would be day to day if that was just easier, if it was easier to get out of bed, if you had a ton more energy in the afternoon, if you were able to get back to these things that you love or bring energy to other things. Those things are absolutely possible, and I see it every day. I guide women through this every day. So now is the chance. Now is the time. If you have been waiting, thinking, wondering, oh my gosh, don't hesitate anymore. Right now, click that link, get started with us, learn more. We do, again, Dutch testing. We customize everything to you. We lean into what's right for your system, your body, your lifestyle, your schedule, and make sure that you're successful with this. And this is not a trick that we do for a certain period of time. This is a way that we teach you how to work with your system that you can keep going with and is sustainable 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. It just keeps going. And the more you do it, the better it gets. So, all right, that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope this has been helpful for you. But I love telling stories like this because this is why I do this. I have struggled myself with hormones. I have been in that position where it has been exhausting, frustrating. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I know exactly how tough that is. And what I have learned in working with the female body and how that shifts and changes things for myself and then so many other women lights me up, and I can't wait to do it again and again and again. So let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you need any other guidance or help or whatever. That's what I am here for. I love doing this, but if you're ready to get started, click that link and here we go. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. If you would like more information, just head on over to drbethwesty.com for all the show notes and information from today's episode. And if you're looking for more community, more support, you can find and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and I would love to see you there.